Hello people, today I'm here with the light phenix build. It's about saving your super till the right moment to resurrect and bring your team back from certain failure, and making the most of the fact that you've got your super fully charged. I also want to mention that I have a Void Walker build on the channel. If you're not interested in the Sunsinger build, check it out. But now, let's get into it. So starting with the gear, the most important piece is in fact your relic. It's a new relic that's only available sometimes and you have to do the weekly quest to get it. But its effect means that when you have your super fully charged, you will charge your teammate's super faster. Now it is a strength characteristic, which isn't the greatest, but it's the effect on it you want, because you will have your super fully charged at most times. The other piece of equipment, the exotic armor equipment, is Light Beyond Nemesis. Mine's not very powerful, but the point of using this is to resurrect your teammates faster. When you use your radiance to bring yourself back to life, this is really useful in getting your fire team back on its feet quickly and not risking your life standing still resurrecting people. As for the rest of your gear, just try and get as much intellect and discipline as possible. However, it's not as important to have really high intellect as it would be with other builds, because you'll have your super fully charged at most times. As for the guns, a good choice would be Talok. It's a scout rifle that is more stable and more accurate when you have your super fully charged. This really plays into the idea of having your super fully charged at all times. However, if you're not into scout rifles, you could use Bad Juju to quickly charge your super back up to make sure that if things go badly and you have to use your super, you can get it ready again quickly. If you don't want to use a primary weapon exotic or you want a bit more punch, I would recommend going with a sword like Razelighter or the Young Wolf's Howl, because this can kind of stand in for your super ability. Alternately, you could go with something like the Sleeper Simulant or Galahorn if you want to put extra damage on the boss. Now let's get into the class itself. So normally I'd say choose which grenade you want, but I really think the solar grenade is the best choice for this build. It gives you a lot of area denial when you resurrect. It gives you a lot of damage output by overlapping their radiuses when you have radiance active. Movement is up to you. I would recommend balanced glide. And Fireborn is essential. You're going to be using this to activate your super, but only when you get the countdown you're about to fail. So when your entire fire team is dead, the 3-second countdown starts, and you can activate your super during this time to stop that countdown and keep playing. It's very powerful, and that's why I'm recommending the solar grenade, because using radiance to resurrect yourself and then throwing down a whole lot of solar grenades without really aiming at your enemy, you can still put out a lot of damage and deny them the area around yourself, giving you a bit of room to move around without just throwing grenades out randomly. Brimstone is the second effect. It reduces the cooldown of Scorch, and when you kill an enemy with Scorch, it causes them to explode. This is combined with the Sunburst ability. If you kill an enemy with Scorch and they explode, they will generate an orb of light. The added benefit of using this with Brimstone is that anyone who gets caught in the explosion from Brimstone will also generate an orb of light when they die. So you can generate a lot of light for your teammates out of this ability. And finally, Gift of the Sun is a good choice for any Radiance based character. It gives you the extra grenade slot, But the real upside of it is when you have one grenade fully charged, you have your second grenade charging, meaning that when your grenade charge is vastly accelerated during Radiance, you're already filling your next grenade up. You're not waiting to use your first grenade to start regenerating your next. As for your training, I would recommend going for as much armor and recovery as possible, as this really helps when you're the last person standing, which is kind of the objective of this character. You wait till your fire team's dead, resurrect yourself, you will be the last guardian standing at some point if you need this subclass to survive. So armor and recovery really helps you survive during that time, because you really don't want to use your radiance to resurrect and then immediately die afterwards. That defeats the entire purpose of this subclass. That's about it for this build. I hope you enjoyed it, and remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and go check out the Voidwalker video if you're interested in that. Thank you for watching.